In this video, we'll be reviewing the operation of our BK radios. Now let's take a look at the BK portables. The old BK radios have been the KNG and the KNG2s. Those have been discontinued and replaced now with the BKR 5000s. Those BKR portables operate the same way with the same menu functions and set up in the same manner as the KNG2s. They have rechargeable battery in this one, and this one shows one with a clamshell. They're larger, they're more ruggedized, but ultimately they operate the same as all of our BK radios have in the past. Let's take a closer look at the BKR 5000. The components include a remote speaker mic. This remote speaker mic is equipped right here with the volume toggle on the corner, just like the Motorola. The screen itself is color, a battery indication light, and you'll notice the menu is set up in the exact same way that the previous KNG models have been set up. This battery is equipped with a battery saving feature where it'll blank out the screen. If that happens, you hit any one of the buttons and it'll return back to the screen. Within the radio, you hit menu to go to your main menu. Again, it's the soft key underneath the menu selectors. And then you have all of your options through that. We're going to look quickly at the zone select, which is set up with all of our state county load in here. And then if we go up one, we have our CZU local or Bayside load. The radio itself has a hard stop on the top. So when we go all the way over, we stop at channel 16. We know that there are more channels after channel 16 in this South Zone bank. In order to access those, you can do one of two things. Go to menu, go to channel select, which is number 2, and now you can see all of them by using next or previous. Or another option is to hit the little 1 button right above the push to talk right here. Once we do that, that'll bring up immediately that channel select list. On the top of the radio, we have the collar around the power. Notice it's an open or a lock. This is actually our direct or talk around mode. When it's open, you're going on the repeater. When it's closed, you've now turned talk around on, or you're in direct mode. Notice with that, you get the 2 vertical lines with the arrow in between them, the same icon as denoted on the Motorola when you're in direct mode. We always recommend keeping the collar switch to repeater mode, or talk around off. The collar underneath the channel selector has the A, B, C, and D. Those change your zones. And we recommend keeping them on zone A. The BKR 5000 portable is ruggedized. It's made to withstand and be more durable than its predecessor. And it also has more transmit power, especially with the rechargeable battery as seen here. The clamshell takes 12 batteries, which also gives it more transmit wattage. That means higher range and better transmission power while you're out there in the field. Our BKR 5000s are replacing all of the current BKs and will be deployed on all state OES resources. In that state will support all BK radios while out on deployment. Let's quickly review how to do a command group in our BKR portables. Right here we are selected to TAC-17. Let's say we want to make a command group that includes TAC-17 and vFire22. Once we are in the TAC or the channel selected that we want, we hit the channel plus button. We select which command group, there are 3 of them, which one we want them in. We'll go to command group 3, which is zone 60. It'll prompt us to what channel we want that channel to be in, and it gives us the very first available one, which in this case is 1 because it's empty. We hit enter. Now the channel's been added. We still aren't in zone 60, we are still in zone 1. So let's go to vFire22 now. We'll do the same thing. Channel plus, select command group 3, and now it prompts us with channel 2 because that is the next available channel, because channel 1 is TAC-17. Hit enter, and now those channels have been added. Now we're going to navigate back using our menu, zone select, and we're going to go to that command group we just made, zone 60, command group 3. Right here, we now have TAC-17 as channel 1, vFire22 as channel 2. In order to delete these, use the channel minus button seen here. Now that we've reviewed the operation of the BKR portable, let's review what rigs they're going to be assigned to. They'll be on the battalion chief vehicles, Engine 104, Engine 101, USAR 102, the drone van, the single resource kits, and our strike team for the engine leader kits. Let's take a look at one of the radio kits. This is the radio kit assigned to USAR 102. USAR 102 does not have any BK chargers in the rigs, so you'll see there's only the clamshells available in this kit. 4 portable radios, all with antennas and speaker mics, as well as programming cables in the event that you need to program in the field. These are utilized in state OES responses in that these are the radios, again, that the state always supports during OES deployments. You should be able to receive incident clones and any radio or technical support with these while out in the field. Now let's take a look at what the BK Mobile operation looks like. This is the BK Mobile in 150. It has a speaker mic where all of our communication is done through. Notice the digital buttons here. Those buttons have been deactivated when they're in normal operation mode. The only thing we're going to utilize is the push to talk button. The radio itself is very simple to operate, and it's set up in the same way that the BK portables are set up, with the exception that the screen here is a touch screen. Use your finger to select what menu item you want, and you use the arrow keys on the right side of the control head to navigate that menu, and then the touch screen on the bottom of that menu for enter, next, previous, or escape. If you want to return back to the home menu, you press the home button here. That takes you back to your Control 1 home screen. 2 knobs. The first knob is your volume control, as well as your power. If you push that knob down, it turns the unit off. Just push it back on, and it'll come right back up. Channel selector knob on this side operates the same way that our Motorola Mobile does. The BK Mobile is the same radio that CAL FIRE uses throughout the state, and it's set up to be simple, user-friendly, and set up the same way as our BK portables. All right, here we have our 2 mobile radios next to each other. Over here is the Motorola Mobile, here's the BK Mobile. One thing to remember, the Motorola is only through the headset, while the BK is through a speaker in the cab. The BK is only operated via the hand mic itself. The Motorola is primed to that push-to-talk button on the engine cowling. Remember, in the use model that we discussed, if we're going to have Command 11 on our Motorola and TAC on our BK, when you show up, it's imperative that you remember to announce your arrival on the TAC channel, which would be on your BK, not as we've normally done on the push-to-talk button on the cowling. This concludes our review of the BK radios. In the next video, we'll discuss our radio reference material.